bro?
Yeah, make it sound interesting.
You recording? Yes.
Yeah.
The fifth time that I
Alright,
asked.
there you go. Now you go ahead.
Episode 27, The Odd Pod, Biscotti and Runts. So, I just got some random shit.
Alright, let's do it.
So recently I learned that Lilith is the reason, because whenever you hear
Is
about...
this biblical? That chick? Lilith in the biblical?
I haven't found her in the Bible yet.
Oh yeah.
But she is in the Jewish Torah from what I read, from what I understand.
Are we talking about Lilith, the girl before Eve?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, she's one of the main reasons that children started being sacrificed to her.
Oh yeah, they do. They sacrifice to that goddess. Yeah, Astarte.
To Lilith, and then later on it becomes Baal.
Yeah.
And Baphomet, which I'm assuming is Satan. Right.
Yeah.
Which they show Baphomet with female breasts. And he probably has a dick too. I mean, I don't know how that works, bro. The whole the gender thing is pretty interesting.
You see, the way we do it is like, okay, half of you is male, half of you is feminine.
XY, right?
But to them, they focus on like the genitalia. They care about the fucking part.
All they care about is their
lower chakras,
the root chakra.
Yeah. See, look, this is how I look at life.
And the sacral chakra, because I drew this for myself.
This is how I look at life, right here. Boom. Most people are stuck here in their lower three chakras.
Which is the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus.
Exactly.
The solar plexus is the stomach.
Exactly.
And the sacral is your...
Exactly.
Uterus.
Those three chakras mainly have to do with yourself. Making sure that you're okay, that you're happy.
Shit.
Yeah. But see, it's not until you're able to move them to that fourth chakra, okay, the fourth dimension, the heart, that you really start to make sense of what it's all about.
And that's the green one.
Yeah. And
I wonder if Mary Jane helps people get to this because I read that, or I heard that when you eat stuff that's like, okay, purple or pink, it's good for those chakras. So if you eat blueberries, it's good for this chakra.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they only eat people, because it's red, because it's meat.
Because they're going backwards. Remember, they're going backwards. They're trying to see, one of the things that some of these people are trying to do, they're trying to bring about, they believe that if they bring about the apocalypse, then we can finally have this stupid reason, right? So what they're trying to do is they're trying to go downward. They're trying to do as much bad as they can to bring about the end of the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta look at it like that for them. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Yeah.
7 chakras, in case y'all don't know. So,
Lilith.
real quick. Well, I was gonna say the chakras real quick in case I don't know.
Alright, what are the chakras, Crystal Ball?
So the first one, it starts down, right, and then it goes up. So the 7th chakra is the crown. The 6th is the third eye. The 5th is your throat. 4th is your heart. 3rd is your solar plexus, which is it's yellow, like the sun. And it's interesting because that can help with your blood sugar, your digestion, your stomach, and there's a lot of people who need help in that area.
So stomach, and then maybe next is intestines, and this is like the genitalia.
Yeah, because it says the sacral is the orange one, right? It says uterus, urinary tract, and the adrenals.
So like your intestines.
There you go, the intestines. And then the root is your reproductive system, but also your legs.
The butthole, the penis, vagina, all that stuff.
The gooch.
Yeah, the gooch.
The gunky gooch.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna copyright Gunky, bro. We're gonna do something with Gunky, bro. Gunky, shout out to Romo. He's rolling this Romo the Roller, the high historian. We've been joshing him a lot today.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out High Historian, episode 1 is out. And if you're into history, you're gonna like it because it's short and really good. I highly recommend it.
2nd episode coming soon from him. Real talk. Alright, so I also learned that so it's 11/11, and so our 11/11 is like a portal to make you can manifest stuff. So I want to give everybody that's listening positivity, positive energy.
A vehicle.
Let's manifest a vehicle for Vino. And let's manifest some condoms for Romo. Nah, just kidding. We're all gonna get rich. Let's manifest wealth for all of us.
I don't need none of that. I'm protected by the Lord.
By the Lord himself.
The good grace of God is protecting me.
God says, "Let there be children." And
there shall be. You know who thinks like that? Catholics.
That's what I'm about to say. Calm down, Pope. Pope Nicholas. I'm sure there was a Pope Nicholas, right?
There had to be. There had to be. They've had every stupid name for these popes.
That's not a stupid name though. Nicholas is a cool name.
Oh yeah.
Dang,
it's not as
but
lame.
I don't think there was like a Pope Carlos or a Pope Chris. There might have been.
There was a Pope Carlos, I think.
What?
And there was a King Carlos of Spain. That's what I'm named after, the King of Spain.
Already. That's where we get Spanish. Damn purpose. So I also heard that like wife swapping is an occult practice.
It is. Let me tell you something. There is a famous occultist named John D. John D.
John D. Rockefeller?
Nah, just John D. His last name was D. D.
Probably what he was named after.
And right. He was actually the queen at that. Man, you know what? Talk a little bit.
He was the queen?
No, he was the queen's like her. I'm gonna look at
Sancho. Okay, I'm gonna keep going a little bit.
So is that why they had that show for a while? Have you ever seen it with Wife Swap or whatever?
Well,
where certain families will spend at least like a week away from
porn.
each other.
All right, I'm ready.
There's a big porn genre of wife swap.
I'm ready. All right, so John D. was Anglo-Welsh. He was a mathematician, an astronomer, an astrologer, a teacher, and a occultist. But mostly he was an alchemist. He was the court astronomer for and advisor to Queen Elizabeth I. All right, now let me tell you, this dude was supposedly discovered the language of like angels, right? It's some kind of it's a different language of writing or whatever. The way he got it was supposedly he would receive these transmissions and he would write.
Is that tongues or no?
Nah, he already wrote it. He would get, you know what I'm saying? But here's what happened. In the end, he ended up being convinced that what these higher spirits had told him is that he needed to wife swap with his best friend, and he needed to, and that would, and they would.
It opens up like a portal.
And it would open up something, right? But this guy was just being, he was dealing with some bad spirits that wanted to corrupt him, you know, because once he did that, it was over. He had corrupted himself now. You know, you corrupted 4 souls just for what? Because you thought this higher spirit told you to from a ball. Like I think the way they used to get their information was from like some kind of crystal ball. You know?
Yes.
It's like some form of scrying. You know, scrying is when you like close your eyes and and what basically happens is something else is writing through you. You know what I'm saying?
Like a Ouija board.
Yeah, you become a Ouija board basically. That's what scrying is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And once he wife swapped, it fucked up. You know, he ruined everything. You know, he had killed his light part. You know what I'm saying? Remember how we talked about how Solomon, when he finally gave in to that evil princess, and changed his god, that's when he was done. You know what I'm saying?
And he admits it in the Bible, right?
Because these things not on the Bible, but I didn't read it in the Bible that story.
About Solomon.
Yeah, about Solomon.
Speaking of Solomon, the Apocrypha has a book called Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah,
which is not in the regular Bible. And it has some smart shit.
You know something I connected just right now too. The colors of royalty in Rome were always purple, and Solomon's color, his color is the purple. That was his main color. You know, sometimes it makes you wonder.
The third eye.
It makes you wonder if he really was for the good or for the bad. Sometimes, you know.
Well, I mean that's the thing, bro. Like, all right, so people talk about 45, right?
Yeah.
And they try to say that. Like Sam Tripoli said, if you're looking for somebody who's gonna walk on water, you're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no perfect person out there. Martin Luther King cheated on his wife. Gandhi was a racist. Fucking Columbus raped children. Washington had slaves, but he also helped us get away from King George, a tyrant, right? Yeah. I saw a post on Facebook that was like, all our presidents, all the fucked up shit they did. And I was like, yeah, you can go. I mean, nobody's perfect. Everybody's got dirt. You know what I'm saying? But to measure a man by just just like Jesus said, that the one who hasn't sinned, I was thinking about to burn his balls off.
Cast the first stone.
No, he didn't burn his balls off. It was false alarm, just a little spark. That would have been, I know somebody who would have been real sad.
Yeah, I was going to say, there was someone that would be sad if he burned them.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he's circumcised or not. It might have just circumcised.
So anyhow, back to where we were. Some Bible talk?
Third eye. All right, so let's see what else I got. I'm gonna need to mark these off so that I know that we talked about them and not to talk about them again.
Yeah, basically you're saying don't judge a man by his shortcomings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Solomon can still be respected even if he wasn't a perfect person.
You're right. You're completely right. You're absolutely right.
So let's see.
No one's perfect.
Right. Jehovah's Witnesses is a CIA cult.
What?
So many cover-ups.
Is this a theory?
I don't know where I heard it, but from where I heard the source I heard it from, it's like fact. It sounds like. I do know that my sister did some. Does it taste good? That runts. I'm telling you, bro, from a joint, you can taste them.
Chris is arguing with Romo that he thinks you get better flavor from a J than you get from.
There was no argument. You get a better taste from a J.
No, the thing was.
The argument has been settled. They both agree. See that? That's friendship.
What would I
right
prefer?
There.
Is a blunt. That's my preference.
You know why?
That's Romo the roller.
This is my theory because he had more trouble rolling the joint.
Oh.
Because the blunts are easier to roll.
Oh. I think he's saying you're taking the easy way out.
I just fuck with you. What you think?
Is that what it is? Nah.
So the next one you roll the joint.
That's why I'm the designated roller in this group, not you.
Oh.
Damn.
He's trying to tell you, let me do my job, you bitch.
I know. Right? Shout out to Bun B though. Like some of my shit be fucked up, but.
Now gonna hit. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
All my sweets gonna be hit. Something like that. I feel.
This is a perfect joint. It's a perfect joint.
Call it what you want.
Ganky Janks. Wait, that's a whole nother. Words are cool. Alright, okay. Now, I'm jumping around a little bit, but let's go to the George Bush funeral. Right? All those people got letters, right? Jimmy Carter did not get a letter. So I wonder if he was, like, innocent.
Hell no. Jimmy Carter was Illuminati as fuck.
Yeah?
He probably did get a letter, but he probably just shit.
Or maybe he didn't,
or maybe he's snitching too.
Maybe he's cooperating already.
Maybe what Jimmy did was just open the doors and all he wants was to commit all the shit.
Right. He was puppet.
Yeah, shadow part of the deep state.
So y'all remember milk cartons in the 70s?
Yes, bro, I wasn't alive in the 70s, man.
Okay, it was a big deal. But no, we weren't alive, right? But people would talk about there would always be missing kids, right?
I was about to say, like, is this about the missing kids in the 70s and how many of them were gone?
And they just put them on milk cartons.
Yeah, they put them on milk cartons, and that's how they were trying to find missing kids, but it never worked.
Now you go to Walmart and there's a whole wall plastered full of kids. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but there's a lot of been Amber Alerts lately.
Yeah, there have.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if because there's a shortage
of
the
kids are in school right now. That's why they're most of this to get jacked.
That's also true.
But someone was like, what if that wall on Walmart all those missing kids is more like hey, this is what's for sale. You know what I'm saying?
Wayfair.
Oh yeah.
Is that like how a lot of these
Have
creepy stores online go? You know, where they have it as a pizzeria, where that's how they lure kids in.
Yeah.
They use like. I mean by pizzerias, it's like.
You talking about Comet Pizza? The one
yeah,
the
just
BC?
like Comet Pizza.
Yeah.
But you know, like Chuck E. Cheese, you know, Peter Piper's, Gotti's Town. What are these are set up places so they can go and kidnap kids?
When they say that, they're talking about pedophiles, guys. Talking about pedophiles and the adrenochrome.
It's kind of hard to take a kid from Chuck E. Cheese.
I mean, is it really?
Look at those the glow in the dark stamps, bro. You can't leave without that.
But what if they get paid to do that?
I'm just fucking with you. I'm
not saying every location. I'm saying like
if the parents don't give a fuck about their kids, yes. If you go there and you're not watching, see, I'm a paranoid parent.
Like I'm happy. Like parents who got their kids gay at the concert.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to Happy.
The show Happy.
With an exclamation mark. It's on Netflix now, both seasons.
Check it out, y'all.
It's funny. There's action.
It's real.
There's humor.
It's real.
Oh, I already said funny. It's real. And there's conspiracy shit. It's real funny. This one's conspiracy. The second season gets like even deeper, but the first season's amazing.
First season was kind of deep though.
Yeah. Well, I just think because the second season they introduced the Vatican.
Oh yeah.
Now I see why there wasn't a season 3.
Exactly. That's why there's no season 3. On Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which is on Netflix.
That show they completely changed. Look, man, I remember Sabrina the Teenage Witch from when I was a kid.
You talking about the ABC one?
Yeah, bro.
One, right?
This chick is a straight up devil worshiper.
Well, if you know the story behind it, right? She's forced because she was born in this family. She's forced to worship the devil. Remember I told y'all he said...
Hey, so she's an elite.
Right, she's born into it. That's just like on the show Timeless. There's a family called Rittenhouse, which is like Rothschild. And one of the main characters, she's born in it, but she doesn't want to be in it. So she helps like fight against it. Maybe like Diana. Princess died. Damn, Princess died.
Someone made a joke that's like... Queen Elizabeth, what's her name? The Queen right now, the old lady, Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. They refuse to die because they know they gotta face Diana in the afterlife.
They gotta face the
that's why they're walking around
like
zombies.
Can't die yet.
No, I'm not gonna come.
I bet you they got a supply of adrenochrome in their basement.
Their stash.
Good God, that kid from the window.
The kid, I was thinking the same shit, bro.
Never forget that shit on fucking life.
And I showed my son that, and I think that made him appreciate some shit, bro. I think he's very. I played chess with him.
Yeah.
The first game.
Shout out to Lil X.
Yeah, the first game.
Soon to be cast member.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If he wants, maybe one day he'll do his own.
Nah, it's in the family bloodline. He has to do it. Like that show you talk about Sabrina. He was born into.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, Sabrina, real quick. The devil made her. He was like, you gotta kill your friends. You gotta burn down the school. She's like, nah. He just kept saying, we'll do this. She's like, nah. Finally, she gets tired of him asking.
Who's the devil? BLM? What the fuck?
It sounds like, if you remember in the Bible, where God tells Job to kill his son, and he's gonna do it, and he's like, I was just testing you, right? The devil does that to Sabrina. She's right about to burn the school down. He's like, I was just testing you to see if you do it.
So they're trying to make the devil into the... Yeah, see, that's really bad right
I don't know, but there's what the shit that they reveal, because the show got canceled after 2 seasons. The shit that they reveal is that there's satanic cults in the background of a lot of companies, and it's just real. It's just showing you that there's Satanism everywhere, and just like it is. Yeah. Just like in that speech when that reporter asked him, "Is it true that you're fighting satanic?" Pedophilia, cannibalistic cults. He's like, is it a bad thing if I am? And then he was like, when she asked about Q, and he was like, I heard they like me, man. That shit was lit, boy.
I don't know anything about them except I know they like me.
Yeah.
So,
shout out to, what were you gonna say, babe? I didn't mean to cut you off.
He called you babe, bro.
Man, I said man. I was gonna say bro.
Nah, I think I heard babe. We're gonna do a replay on that one.
Yeah. I wish we could.
Wait, no, we can't? What do you mean it's recorded?
I wish we could. You can't do it like right now.
Let's stop the episode right now. Just here's
nah, because I got the piece together.
I'm playing. Right. What minute was that at? So we can record 2 plays.
Alright, so
like
then
16 minutes.
I also heard that NSA was the main people spying on the bad guys.
Who?
The NSA.
Oh yeah.
Because
spying on everybody.
Yeah. Exactly.
Every organization.
They can spy on us. So there's some good people that turned it around and spy on everybody else.
NSA is the one that got reported by Snowden, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Who did this? Assange did
Now some people say Assange did the WikiLeaks, and he leaked out that we were committing war crimes, and he also leaked out the Hillary Clinton email.
So he's the good one. I like that.
He's the good one. Snowden supposedly was a good one, but some say he's a shill.
So I heard the opposite. I heard someone say that Assange is actually like a plant, and what came out had to come out just because. It was gonna come out anyway, but apparently he's connected to one of the.
I see, and I heard that's what Snowden was.
Interesting,
who knows?
Interesting, right?
One of them, maybe.
I mean, they're obviously players in this drama somehow, So yeah, that's your role they play.
We are in the stage.
The one that did get fucked over is just Manning. They got to do with the training with the trans gun or whatever, the trans pill. Remember, he's now Chelsea Manning.
And he's the one who was military, right?
Yeah, he's the one that snitched on what's going on in the military. And all of a sudden, yeah.
That's probably what they did to Jenner.
Oh hell yeah! Cause you're gonna do what to my daughter? Oh hell! Oh, I think I want to suck some cock. You know what I'm saying? Like damn.
Hell yeah, bro. That's crazy. I didn't even have that on here, but because they said Julian Assange is
trans gun. Like
y'all believe in a cancer gun, but there can be a trans.
It's a heart attack gun. There's proof of that.
I mean, I seen the video on that.
There's some water that turns
frogs
gay.
Something.
There's water that turns. There's a chemical that they put in water that turns frogs gay.
They used to make fun of us on a Joe Rogan podcast when I was young. Did anyone ever get to the bottom of that?
I don't think anybody has.
I think it's true though. I wouldn't be surprised.
They probably just drug them and then take them to an operation, pay some doctors.
Because look,
I really think
it cannot be denied that
all the Nazi scientists that we have, after years of World War II, they figured out how to.
It can't be denied that there's something going on because how many? Okay,
men are being feminized.
What not our generation, not before me. They were never these trans. All these kids, these kids who like, I feel like I'm not a boy. Like. At school, we've been like, nah, bro, what's wrong with you?
Bro, yeah, I mean, it's normal to feel that shit, but it's not normal to give them a sex change. And then there's people who regret it after they get
the suicide rate doubles.
Yes.
Just because of that.
Because then they grow up and they're like, why did my parents let me do this? I wasn't even...
I'm living a lie. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now you are truly living a lie because it's really hard to transition.
Thank you for joining us, special guest Cindy Lou.
I'll see you in a bit.
Alright. I'm quiet for the ball that Romo's gonna fill.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, wait.
You also ball?
I'll let you know. I'll get you.
Well, not. Knockity knock. All right.
As you were saying.
So, yeah, some people were saying that Julian Assange is related to Dr. John Trump, who, the father of the cabal or whatever.
They do kind of look alike. He's got that Trump look. All blonde, all pale, super Aryan looking, you know what I'm saying?
What is this?
How tall is 4'5"?
He's pretty tall. Have you seen him stand next to next to Putin? He don't look small. Let me check that. I'll check that real quick. I'll do it. I got you.
All right.
I'm gonna check that.
I was actually looking for water, but thank you.
Fuck you.
Yeah. So the NSA thing, the minions are just as vulnerable as we are, which is
6'3".
Oh, wow.
Damn. How tall was Obama?
Let's find out.
Bush was like 4'2", right?
Nah, I think Bush was like 5'8".
I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm doing Obama height 6'1".
Okay, so he wasn't that short.
Okay, here's Bush. Bush.
4'2".
Junior height. 6 foot.
What?
All right,
Damn.
Bill Clinton.
George Bush was 6 foot.
Yeah,
he looks so little.
That's Junior. All right, let me see. Bill Clinton height. Let's do his height.
He's gonna be taller than Bush.
Who's the shortest?
6'2". Bill Clinton is 6'2".
Yo, look, giants, Nephilim. These people are
Who's
huge.
the shortest president we had?
But let me check George.
Teddy Roosevelt, because he was in a wheelchair. But
that's so wrong.
That's fucked up,
I thought that was Theodore Roosevelt.
That's what I said. What did I say?
You said Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, Theodore Roosevelt is Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh.
What?
There's two different Roosevelts.
Theodore Roosevelt.
There was Roosevelt in the 1908, the Rough Rider Teddy Roosevelt, and then there was another Roosevelt.
Well, I'm talking about Teddy
Franklin D. Roosevelt. That's who it was.
I don't know who that is.
He
I'm talking about
president.
Teddy Theodore Roosevelt. He was in a wheelchair, no?
No, yeah, it was Theodore. You were right. My bad.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Jimmy Carter was 5'10".
He's the shortest one so far.
Yeah.
Who?
Jimmy Carter was 5'10".
The one who they supposedly did not get a letter at the funeral.
Oh, okay. I should have guessed this one. James Madison. He was 5'4". And also, fun fact about James Madison, he never weighed over 100 pounds. He was a sickly child. But let me tell you something, bro. This man is probably the only other motherfucker that can claim to be the legit father of our country, other than James Madison, is George Washington. James Madison, if this guy was taller, he would have been George Washington. The reason why everyone looked up to George, he had the demeanor, the look, the height, the talk, everything, right? James Madison was the smartest, because let me tell you why he was even smarter than George Washington. Because Madison could go amongst both parties and make friends, get them to agree on shit. Whereas Washington, nobody else was gonna do that.
Right. They were all bickering.
He was the epitome of a diplomat. James Madison.
Interesting.
He is a true father. In my opinion, one of our true fathers of our nation.
In fact, the funny story about the revolution was that, or after the revolution, and how the presidency was going to go about, the only reason that they were able to come together and were able to get Washington to show up at that meeting for the Constitution was because of James Madison.
Oh,
he was the only man.
Nah, just kidding.
No, he lied to him. But he knew how to get Washington over there.
He's diplomatic. He knew what to say to get him over there. Because everybody at that convention knew. There's no motherfucker in here other than Ben Franklin. He's not going to go embarrass himself. Who can go and talk to Washington and get him to do it. And Madison's like, give me a day. Give me a day.
Bro, alright, so it's kind of big-headed of me, but I'm like Washington. And Ed was like Madison.
Get your ass over here? Yeah. He was.
With the hash.
He was.
He's like, I got him, bro.
We had to bribe him. Yeah, he told me to. He's like, I got you. He's going to come. Like, for real? He's like, yeah, I got this hash. I'm like, oh, shit.
He's going to come.
And then sure enough.
I busted a nut and I came. Nah. I was in my PJs and shit. I was like, yeah, bro, I'll be right there.
So what else you want to talk about?
Alright, so let's see.
Shout out to James Madison.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Washington too, bro, because he was better than the other better than the other George. Because people talk shit about Washington a lot online right now.
George.
Better than King George.
Oh, okay.
Crazy King George. Because that was the king at the time.
Also the kings over there.
It was George versus George. Except for King Alfred, who was also a slickly one. Great King Alfred, who created England. He's the one who united England.
Look at you. We got a high historian junior going over here.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna make me have to start.
Well, I have like topics. I guess just like him. There's topics that
interest you.
Yeah.
I know the next. We're gonna keep this a secret, but the next topic that I'm gonna do
it's not really a secret. He's about to say.
It's Germany, right?
I mean, it's not a secret now.
No, it's not a secret, but I mean, they got something to look forward. They know what to look forward to. Like, oh, okay, we're doing Russia. Then
Shout out to Otto von Bismarck.
Pretty much.
The Germanic tribe.
But we're gonna go early.
Nah, we're gonna. Oh yeah, you're going all the way back to the tribe.
I'm not gonna go all the way back to the tribe. That's a lot of explaining to do. Yeah. But I'm gonna read into it. So and see
give
how.
Yourself a basic
that's like if you started his Russian lecture with like go back to Rus. And then it's like, well, we're going
way too far.
It's Imperial Russia. Yeah, it's not even Imperial.
There are places you can find that, and I will probably put links in the first episode to go find it. But that's a long story to tell. That series would turn into 12
Sopranos and shit.
Yeah, but I'm getting to the juiciest part of the whole series, which is the greatest reign of it all.
Let's get to that gunky part.
Shout out to that historian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I skip all the monologue and I skip all the extra, the filler episodes.
All that boring shit. He takes out that boring shit. He takes out the fat. Just gives you that pure meat, juicy fucking. All right. So 9/11, two temples.
Two temples.
Were the twin pillars. What is his brain? Oh, because we got two temples in our brain. It was like some kind of ritual. 9/11 was a ritual because the two temples. It was.
Are you telling me that it was not just terrorists attacking America?
Oh well,
and us uniting as Americans.
Bro, that was a weird time in America because I remember going to the fair and I remember seeing Osama bin Laden's picture everywhere. Shout out to CIA. Oh, I also wrote down something about the CIA. The CIA is just it's a rogue agency for the 13 families, the cabal.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
they're like a separate entity from the Justice Department and from the presidency.
From the FBI.
Yeah.
I feel like FBI's done a lot of good recently. They do bad, like in history they've done some bad, but they've done some good shit recently.
Look, I've always heard this saying that you fucked up when you had the cops on you, but you really fucked up when you got the feds looking for you.
Well, the feds is all them ABC boys, so that's FBI, CIA,
ICE, you really fucked up when you got them coming after you.
Fucking, I think it says COP. No. Most dangerous book in the world, Whoa. 9/11 is Mass Ritual by S.K. Bain.
Let's get it.
Let's get it, boy. Titty boy.
It's gonna cost us $10.
I'll put in on it.
E-version. You got 5 on it?
Let's wait till next week.
You got 5 on it, baby?
Oh, wait.
Would you call him baby?
Would you call him babe?
I didn't call him babe.
You didn't call him babe?
Wait, man, there's a fifth cast member who's gonna look at you and be like, wait, oops,
babe? Okay, so let's see. God, it was an attack on the God consciousness. If Clinton won, we'd be in FEMA camps right now.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly believe that if Clinton won, it'd be bad.
And so we remember,
we would have, you know how Portland and Chicago and New York, we have that everywhere. It would have been like, not just this, it would have been everywhere.
Every major city, for sure.
Because, one of the things they wanted to do too was open up all the borders. So just let everybody come in. You know what I'm saying?
Cause chaos.
Yeah, basically, man. Cause chaos.
They want order from chaos. And, I mean, that's been their plan for a while, ever since I started getting into Illuminati 2011-ish. That's what I learned. I mean, remember they had those big, giant plastic caskets? They could feel like families in there. They showed, there was FEMA camps everywhere. They were empty, and they had, like, playgrounds in there. Like, they were getting ready for something. And as you see now, there's a lot of strange weather happening. There's a fucking fire tornadoes.
Land hurricanes. What the fuck?
Land hurricane. Like
land hurricane.
Bro, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's HARP right there.
And they got these 2 hurricanes that they decided to name. They're so cute. You know what they named these 2 hurricanes? One's Marco, one's Polo.
Interesting. There was one called Cristobal, but it didn't last long. Bless you. Salud. Gesundheit. Suck a cock. Nah, the 4th one is like, you don't get nothing. So it's good that she didn't win, man. And I used to think that the emails, like, what's in the emails? Like, she would, but it was, catch those emails.
That's the wrong email, though.
And the craziest thing, bro, is that Trey Gowdy and, what is his name, Jim Jordan?
Who are those people, Romo? Trey Gowdy and Jim Jordan.
Trey Gowdy is the representative of South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where Jim Jordan is representing, but he is in government right now.
These are people in Washington.
A representative like in the Senate or something?
There was another guy named Nance who was Representative, I think, Montana or...
They call them Intel Republicans. Intel, because they sit on that Intel board. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Judicial Committee or whatever. They sat on the one with the email scandal with Hillary Clinton. They sat on the one with her on
33,000 emails.
They read every one. They even had him set right there in front of him when he was reading them off to her and having her try to explain it. She would just try to scoff it off. He did the same. These three did the same thing for the Russian probe in 2016. But after that one, Trey Gowdy had to step down. He retired all of a sudden, like 2018, 19. So, and in my opinion, I would vote for Trey Gowdy in a heartbeat. That guy's a true American to the heart. He didn't care about the history of Hillary. He wanted to get to the bottom of everything.
Just the truth.
He wanted the truth. And nothing
No, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know, I told him before, and if Trey Gowdy ever hears this, he'll probably like get a boner. But Trey Gowdy reminds me of Thomas Jefferson a lot.
Whoa, why?
Because
Jefferson. I mean, I know he's one of the founding
The
fathers.
way people describe Jefferson, his look, the way he walked and moved, that's exactly the way that Trey Gowdy. Because Trey Gowdy's tall as fuck.
He's Italian?
No, he's not American.
Oh yeah, it's Gaudy.
Gowdy, yeah.
I thought it was Gowdy, like Gott.
Nah, Gowdy, yeah, with the W in it. You know what I'm saying? He's from South Carolina, right? He's from one of the South of United States of America. Anyhow, if you watch him move and the way he talks, he sounds so American, so old school American. I don't know, bro. I get those Jefferson vibes from him. You know what I'm saying? I've read some of Jefferson's speeches and what he believed in.
Patriotic.
Basically, I see patriot in this guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Eagle fly.
When I see him talk, I hear an eagle call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
South Carolina.
There you go.
South Carolina. Who's else from South Carolina? Nobody else that I know.
I'm trying to give you the representative of each one. Jim Jordan is a representative in Ohio.
Who's a representative in Texas? Texas, boy. Representing, boy. Coming down the block.
What? Oh, that's, what's his name? Oh, no, that's the governor. Who is a representative in Texas?
Okay, we talked about the CIA rogue agency.
I don't know how to say this. Louis Gohmert?
U.S. Representative, Texas Representative Louis Gohmert Jr. Bueller. You ever watch that movie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Nah, I haven't.
You need to. Hold on, put your hand down. I'm trying to read about this guy. He's an American attorney and former judge currently serving as a U.S. representative from Texas' 1st Congressional District since 2005. Gohmert is a member of the Republican Party and is part of the Tea Party movement. What's the Tea Party movement?
Gohmert is that guy that got killed COVID, right? He's treating it with HCQ.
What?
Yeah. Gohmert from Texas. Yeah, he got COVID, but he said with the HCQ. By the way, can you look at what the proper name of the HCQ is? Because I gotta say it. But after he said within 4 days of taking that HCQ, his test was negative.
Hydroxychloroquine.
There you go. That's what's getting banned all over Twitter and everything.
It's an immunosuppressive drug and an anti-parasite drug. It can treat and prevent malaria. It can also treat lupus and arthritis, as well as COVID. 19.
There you go.
Señoritos. Interesting. Oh, look, this says Pharmacy Board Hydroxy HCQ and what is it? Sydney. Alright, here you go. There you go, sir. Okay, you know Sia, the singer, SIA?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the little girl that's in her videos?
Yeah.
Sia saved that little girl from Harvey Weinstein.
You know Sia is also because alright.
She was like,
I gotta give you the rundown on how I know this, because I gotta backtrack a little. Okay, so these people who are SRAs, satanic ritual abuse survivors, they get put in these weird positions their whole lives, right? You know, they get tied up, they get tied. So they have all kinds of body issues, you know. And Sia, that's her name, Sia. How you say?
I don't know. I say Sia.
SIA. She came out that she has some of these diseases. You know what I'm saying? So what she was basically saying with the fact that you have that these diseases are only associated with these people, is that she was abused like that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah. It's funny that you bring that up because I know that about her. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. She's very talented Interesting. But yeah, she saved that little girl. I don't know the details, but I just saw something that showed.
Yesterday, that chick Rose McGowan, I don't know if you remember her. You know what I'm saying? She was from some like late '90s, early 2000s, those teenage movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyhow, she came out yesterday. She put out a big tweet that she was also abused by Hollywood executives her whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Kind of like an awakening for her. She put that out there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's cool, bro. That's another positive thing. Cause
someone also said that it's not a coincidence that yesterday was also the day that Melania Trump unveiled the new rose garden at the
what does that mean?
White House. Well, what was the chick's name I just said that spoke out yesterday on Twitter?
I don't know, Rose something. Interesting. Very interesting. And then remember the picture, the Q drop where it showed they pulled Clinton out. I mean, no, Gates. Gates was the next one, and there was that on the news. The guy that said, I mean, it's been proven.
Yeah, that dude who used to work for 45, and he went and pretty much said, "No one's listening to this guy. Here's a pedophile. He was on that Epstein list. You should not listen to this guy."
Devon Gates.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gates went after Epstein was arrested for his crimes, the underage shit. So Gates went to the island after. So he knows. He knows. He was kicking it with him. Everybody that tries to put, just because Trump had pictures, they all stayed in Hollywood and shit, but Gates is like, guilty.
Interesting.
I found out that whenever they put lady, as in like Lady Gaga, a lady in front of a name, it's a witchcraft thing.
Oh.
Lady Antebellum, that's like the ones like Lady Roma. I just seen if he was listening. Okay.
I was.
So
I was just looking at all the representatives around that was on that list.
See any Hispanics, any cool names or anything like that? No. Any women or?
Well, I found out that Nancy Pelosi is fucking 80. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know she looked ancient, but I didn't think she was that old.
Interesting. So this is all kind of out of order, but Lilith in the 13th century.
You said Hillary?
No, Lilith. In the 13th century, there was writings of Isaac, so I haven't looked into that. Being Jacob, I don't know what I wrote. Cohen. Lilith left Adam after she refused to become subservient to Adam.
And then she kicked out of the Garden of Eden, right?
Yeah. So Lady Gaga. Oh, Lilith is a vampire consuming blood, basically. So vampires are basically real. Yeah. Lena Morgana is a celebrity who tells. I don't know why I wrote this. Some of this shit is just random. Oh, Lady Gaga in American Horror Story. She basically just played the role of what they do in real life. I haven't watched it, but a lot of people praise her role.
What was it? Do you remember?
No, she's basically a vampire.
Oh, she was a vampire?
I think so. Remember that last Aaliyah movie that she did before she died, where she Queen of the Damned?
Oh yeah.
She was a vampire too, I think.
She was.
Right before she was sacrificed.
It was an Egyptian themed shit too.
Them Egyptians, boy. Not Egyptians, but like that kind of.
That's where
secret
that shit comes from. Yeah.
Religion.
The secret society, all that shit.
Yeah. Osiris, Isis, Ishtar.
Basically the Egyptian gods, you know what they pray to. Yeah, Ishtar is Lilith. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Astarte.
Ishtar is Lilith.
Yeah.
Easter.
I mean, all these guys, same. And then you can say it turns into a ball. You got a bathroom. It's all the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all the same.
It's a different name.
Yeah. Basically.
Like Puffy, P. Diddy.
Like that was what they called it in certain parts of the world. I wonder what Baphomet and Baal was called in Latin America, like back when the Aztecs and the Mayans were around. What was it called in Ireland when it was when the Gaelics were over there, all that stuff, It's interesting.
Interesting. Very interesting.
What?
Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Oh, The Rock, the wrestler / actor, he was on a sketch on SNL about molesting kids.
Ow.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
The Rock.
Who?
The Rock.
Who? Oh, you talking about Dwayne?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not a big wrestling fan, so.
I was like, that's what shocked me. I said, what are you talking about, The Rock?
The Rock.
You actually talking about The Rock?
The smell was cooking cracked rock. No, just kidding.
That's crazy. I don't know. That'd be.
But I mean, maybe he was forced to. There's a lot of things that people are forced to do, like on roles and shit. Maybe they said, "Hey, do you remember
his family?" His first big role on Hollywood was the Scorpion King.
Oh yeah, this is true.
In Egypt.
Yes.
And I got a Scorpion shirt on. synchronicity. And my cousin, he took pictures with a scorpion. Like, I guess one of his crazy white friends had a scorpion. And he was all playing with it and shit. He's very depressed, and I be telling him, bro, you need to like meditate, you need to get some crystals, you need to think positive, say, go outside and shit. Yeah, a lot of young people, bro, are very depressed right now.
So older people.
A lot of people, yeah, they're not because the news isn't telling them. They says stay in your house, but it doesn't say. Yes, it doesn't say, oh, go get some sunlight. You know.
Go sit outside, even in your patio. Go sit outside, get some sunlight, drink some coffee. Read a book.
Read a motherfucking book. Write a letter. Okay.
Even if it's to yourself, bro.
Yeah, right. Get a journal.
Yeah.
I never finish a journal. I always like start journals and then I just like put it off for a year or two and then I start up again.
That's why I keep that daily planner.
You writing it daily?
Yeah. I have one for 3 years now. I've got the other two for the last 2 years down there.
So what about whenever you don't have like do you ever have like a blank day? You don't know.
Yeah, there are some days. You look through my journals and you'll see that, there's some days and some months where nothing.
Because sometimes I would just like sketch, which I'm pretty lucky because I can like, I like sketching and shit, just drawing random shit. And sometimes that's kind of like journalistic in a way, diary.
It is. It's a visual journal.
Right.
You know, you can look back at that picture and be like, oh yeah, I was feeling like this. You know what I'm saying? I colored it this way because I was feeling, or I drew this because I was thinking about, you know what I'm saying? You'll remember. Just like how when I look back at what I wrote, it tells you right there in writing what I was doing.
Just like taking a picture.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
It's like one of the books, journals that I have is just a theory journal. And it's everything that I've learned from this year. I started it a little bit last year and just kept it from there.
Oh, really? Well, shit, you said you were at 36 earlier,
so
right?
We're like 45 right now, right?
41.
Well, that's my topics, bro.
Damn. All right, then. That was episode 27 of the Odd Pod.
27.
See y'all later.
Peace, love, and happiness.
All right.
Yep.
Peace.